The year is 2026. A pale moon hangs low over the white river bottoms in Arkansas, casting long shadows across the trees. Suddenly, right there in the middle of Theta Road, the air itself rips open. A crackling, neon blue tunnel of cosmic energy tears through the night. From this swirling gateway step three figures, legends whispered about across the Ozarks. First comes the Bull Shoals Boogie Man, his form shimmering with the static glow of an old radio dial. Then Zero Antarctica, an enigma from the rings of Saturn, his presence feeling like the cold vacuum of space. And finally, the hillbilly Guitard, his trusty six-string guitar held tight, ready for a riff. But they aren't here for a fight, not yet. They've traveled across dimensions, through space and time, for something far more important. A taste of Granny Ruth Johnson's secret recipe biscuits and her legendary chocolate gravy. Deep in the woods, nestled in a clearing, is the cozy Bumpus homestead. Mr. Doodle Bumpus is sitting peacefully on his porch, a well-read Bible in his lap, his fishing gear propped against the railing, waiting for the morning bite. Inside, the heart of the home is beating. His wife, Mrs. Jeannie Bumpus, is at the stove, conjuring magic. The air is thick and sweet with the smell of simmering cocoa, butter, and sugar. This isn't just any chocolate gravy. It's a family legacy. Their three daughters are helping get everything ready. Jerry, the oldest, sets out the plates. Rachel follows with the silverware, and little Carrie carefully places napkins at each spot. All around them, chaos and joy unfold as the family's pet raccoon and pet monkey play a wild game of tag, weaving between the kitchen chairs, a furry blur of motion. It's a perfect, peaceful evening. But then the quiet shatters. Out in the pasture, the family's horses begin to scream, a sound of pure terror that cuts through the night. The garden, just moments ago, buzzing with the sounds of crickets and life, goes utterly silent. A colossal shadow, wider than the house itself, stretches across the clearing, swallowing the moonlight. Slowly, monstrously, a gigantic spider crawls over the tree line. Its legs are as thick as ancient cypress logs, and its 8 eyes glow like embers from a dying forest fire. It fixes its gaze on the warmth and light of the Bumpus home and lets out a hiss, a terrifying sound like steam bursting from a locomotive. The air grows cold. The monster has arrived. From the edge of the woods, the Bull Shoals boogeyman's voice crackles through the air, sounding like a 50,000-watt radio tower. Company's coming. Folks, ... And they don't look friendly. Doodle looks up from his Bible, his calm expression hardening with resolve. The girls huddle together in the doorway, watching in fear. But Jeannie Bumpus doesn't panic. She doesn't run. Instead, she walks over to a corner of the living room and reaches for an old, worn Harmony acoustic guitar. It was her father Melvin's, and it holds more than just strings and wood. It holds generations of family strength. Stepping onto the porch, Jeannie plants her feet, looks the giant spider right in its glowing eyes, and begins to strum. It's not a gentle melody. It's a fierce, grounded folk song she wrote herself. A song of the earth, of home, and of defiance. The music pours from the guitar, weaving a spiritual shield around the house, an invisible fortress of sound and soul. The very air seems to hum with its power. This is the signal. The heroes leap into action. Zero Antarctica, the alien from Saturn, raises his hands and begins to chant in a strange, clicking tongue. The world around the spider seems to warp. Time slows to a crawl, just enough for the terrified horses to bolt from the pasture and gallop to safety deep in the woods. The hillbilly Guethard steps up beside Jeannie. He joins her powerful folk melody, laying down blistering guitar riffs that create sonic vibrations in the air. The waves of sound hit the spider like physical blows, making its many eyes throb with an unbearable, painful pressure. Then, the boogeyman unleashes his own unique attack. He broadcasts a high-frequency feedback loop, a piercing whine that he beams directly into the creature's mind. It's the sound of 1,000 angry wasps, 1,000,000 buzzing hornets, an electronic scream of pure static and fury that overwhelms its senses. The giant spider recoils, confused and in agony. It stumbles back, hissing and clicking, trying to shake the noise from its head. In that moment, Doodle Bumpus stands up from his chair on the porch. He points a steady finger toward the dark woods from which the monster came, and in a voice filled with unwavering faith, shouts a verse of protection, a prayer that becomes a command. The combined force is too much for any creature, earthly or not. The cosmic power of Zero Antarctica, the musical assault of Genie and the hillbilly Guittard, the psychic attack of the boogeyman, and the spiritual authority of Doodle Bumpus, all converges on the arachnid. Defeated, it turns and scrambles back into the dark depths of the swamp, disappearing into the shadows. The rhythm of Theta, Arkansas, has won. The immediate threat is gone. The neon blue portal on Theta Road begins to flicker and fade, its energy weakening. The heroes know their time here is short. With a warm, relieved smile, Genie goes back inside. Moments later, she returns, not with a weapon, but with steaming bowls of that thick, dark, glorious chocolate gravy and a platter piled high with fluffy, golden biscuits, fresh from the oven. She hands them out to the dimensional travelers. "There ain't nothing in this world," she says, her voice full of wisdom and warmth. "Or the next. That can be settled with a good song and a plate of Granny Ruth's biscuits." The three heroes eat their fill, savoring the taste they crossed the universe for. It's a victory meal, a taste of home and courage. They thank the Bumpus family, Genie, Doodle, Jerry, Rachel, and Carrie, and even give a nod to the chattering raccoon and monkey. Then they walk back towards the fading cosmic tunnel. Just as the last of the gravy is wiped from the bowls, they step back through the portal. It vanishes with a final, silent pop, leaving behind nothing but the sweet scent of cocoa on the night air and the fading, beautiful sound of a harmony guitar. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow for more Ozark legends.